Raise your drinks up casually. Raise your drinks up. Raise your drinks up casually. It's the Black Bourbon family.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason.
And I'm Brandy.
And we're the Black Bourbon family. New Dawn Bourbon, batch 2. New Dawn is at it again, and we are very proud and very happy to talk about batch number 2. So if you don't recall, we did a review of New Dawn batch number 1, and let's just say we have about that much left in the bottle, okay? New Dawn batch number 2 is a 10-year-old wheated bourbon. So to give you specifics about this one, it comes in at 116.8 proof. It has a mash bill of 70% wheat. Okay? Mm-hmm. Dawn O'Neill, she was not playing about this one. 10 years, 70% wheat, 10% corn. You hear me? 10%. Mm-hmm. Okay? 5% rye. And we got a little malted barley in there. We got 15% malted barley. All from the Alton Distillery in New York City. It may not be New York City, it's New York, okay? I just want to clarify that.
New York.
So this is the second batch from New Dawn. And we really enjoyed the first batch, and we had to give you all information on batch number 2. You got anything to say before we get started, Brandy?
No, I'm excited to try it.
Okay. All right. So the MSRP is coming in at around $100. So a little bit more expensive than the first one, which was $80, I believe. Can't recall. Pardon that. So, but yeah, let's nose, taste, and tell the folks what we think about New Dawn batch number 2, Brandy.
I think we should change it. It should be taste, nose, and taste again. Okay.
Of course, she say taste, nose. You can see who enjoys tasting. Okay.
It smells great.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Anything specific you getting on the nose?
I'm getting little hints of banana.
Okay, you getting some banana there. Okay.
Some banana.
I'm getting like a little citrus there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's like orange or lemon, but a little citrus.
A lot of sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of sweetness.
Yeah, and that could be the wheat, you know.
A little cherry. Anything else for you?
I just got like a slight smell of chocolate.
I figured I was just waiting. You always pull out the chocolate. But the color is great again.
Yeah, I mean, you talking 10 years old. And that's what I like. Yeah. And you know that, Brandy, while we're showing them the color, they say that for bourbon, it should be, from a cost perspective, $10 for each year of the bourbon. So 10 years, $100. 10 times 10, 100, you know.
Right on point.
Uh-huh. And before we begin, I just got something there.
What you got?
It was like a little bit of vanilla.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I got some vanilla. I mean, I get the normal caramel there.
Smells great.
Mm-hmm. But if you all can do us a favor and give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on Instagram, and let us know, have you tried New Dawn batch number 1 or even batch number 2? And for those that are rye lovers, there's a rumor. There's a rumor out there that she is coming out with a rye whiskey.
She putting her foot on the gas. She ain't stopping. I love it.
It smells very good.
It does. Okay.
Cheers to Brandy's favorite part.
There's some spice there.
I was waiting.
Woo-wee.
116.8?
That spice hits you in the front and the back. It's like, but then in the middle you get a little bit of that sweetness. But the back is strong. I'm getting a little.
You got that hug, huh?
I'm getting a little hug. Yeah, it's good.
It's very good. I feel like from a note side of things, I'm getting that vanilla I was talking about. I get a slight chocolate that I mentioned. That spice, I'm trying to taste to see if it's like a cinnamon or like a black pepper spice. I almost want to say it's in between, but I'm gonna taste it again. You can tell folks what you thinking.
I'm thinking more of a black pepper. But I'm getting something else too.
And what I like about it, 10 years old, I'm getting that age to it too. So it's not like a young bourbon. You know how sometimes you'll taste a bourbon and it tastes good, but you get those youth notes in it. I feel like this is I dare to say like perfectly aged bourbon, because you get the oakiness in it, but it's not overly oaked. I get that spice that Brandy mentioned in the beginning. It's spice on the front end. It levels off a little bit to some sweetness, and then you get that hug coming down. But this is very, very good. I think, Dawn, New Dawn Bourbon. Let's just say, Miss Dawn O'Neill, you know what you're doing.
Ooh, that spice. It's almost like you know how with ginger, it's very spicy. So it kind of reminds me of like, so I've been drinking a lot of juices lately that have like ginger in it, and it's just like that spice. So that's what it really reminds me of, but not in a bad way.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
It goes with it very well. Because it's just part of the spiciness of it.
Yeah.
But it's good.
It's very good.
It's good. And it's not overly sweet.
Right.
So I don't want you to think like, oh, it's just total sweet. It's not. It's a lot of spice, a little sweetness, like I said, in the middle of the palate, and then it kicks you back. Kicks you at the end again. So it's got a nice punch to it.
And I think that's the interesting thing about this one, right? Because with wheat, you would expect the sweetness that we're talking about. But a lot of times, the wheat bourbons aren't as spicy, unless they're like super high in proof. But this one, it lets you know that this is still some bourbon, right? Wheated bourbon and such, but it's still a very good bourbon that gives you that sweetness, that spice. And for me, like right now, as I'm talking, I remember I said that citrus is giving me some of that citrus notes as well. So this is one of those bourbons, Brandy, to me, that you sit back and you enjoy. And I think that's the key to this bourbon. Is some bourbons it's gonna be like one level, but with this one, you sit back, you enjoy it, you take note of those things that you taste, and just enjoy the ride. I guess is the way I would put it.
Yeah. It's good. It got some great legs too.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I don't have anything else to say.
I think now that we've done our review of it, this bottle will go down. We wanted to make sure it had a good level, so it's not like fully depleted.
Yeah, because we have been wanting to do the video. We just life. So, but yeah, we definitely didn't want to drink it all the way down to the end and be like, well, so we had some New Dawn. So
yeah, no, this is good. This is very good. I think it's very much worth the cost. And as I'm like talking, it's still on my palate, and that's the thing. So the finish, it's a very long finish too. So thumbs up to Dawn and the New Dawn company. Very good bourbon. Definitely check it out. Yeah.
all right,
Anything else?
that's it.
All right. Well, as mentioned earlier, if you can give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Instagram, check out New Dawn, and we will talk to you next time.
Cheers.